We are happy that folks are here tonight for SibFest. This is a great opportunity to hear from some of our student government leaders and senators later, maybe, and future leaders in this coming school year. So thank you so much for being here, SGA. I am pleased to hear that things are going well and that the semester's going well, and excited to hear about your presentation. So Molly, I'm going to kick it over to you.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you. So I'm just going to go ahead and go into a little bit about what SGA is. And guys who are just, here that just jumped in, we are recording this call. So just so you know, and you're aware. So I'm going to go into a little bit about what SGA is. And then if anybody who is here from the executive board or a senator wants to add anything, you just jump right in after I finish this slide. So Student Government Association, or SGA, is a representative body of undergraduate students that provides outreach and advocacy for students and the greater Westchester community. It's an organization, a student-run organization comprised of 36 student senator positions, 5 standing committees, and 6 executive board members, 4 of which are here tonight. Our senators, our 36 senators, meet with various departments and offices across the university, and they range from academic colleges to dining services, so all and everything in between. So anything from student affairs to academic affairs, administrative services, and things like that. Our executive board members meet with the university president, the vice president of student affairs, Dr. Davenport, and various other university cabinet members. And we usually meet with them monthly, either in a group or a one-on-one setting, depending on the position. For example, I, as president, meet with the university president monthly one-on-one, and also with the larger group of the executive board and the president monthly as well. Our 5 standing committees, so we have public relations, outreach, multicultural affairs, bylaw review, and finance committee, meet weekly in small groups to kind of discuss smaller related topics of the work of the organization that relate specifically to their committees, and then create action plans to facilitate the work of the organization. Anything else to add that I missed there, exec or senators that are present?
Molly, I'm not sure if you were able to add this, but actually next year we'll have a new executive board position, which is the public relations officer, which is really exciting.
Yeah, so it'll go from 6 to 7 executive officers, which is really cool. But public relations chair right now is a committee chair position, so it does have an elevated level within the organization, but next year it will take an executive role, which is awesome. Anything else to add? Cool. Okay, so we'll move right on then. And let's meet the SGA executive board. So we have our parliamentarian, Maeve Dowd. Go ahead, Maeve. And if you could just elaborate a little bit more on who you are and what your role is within the organization. What kind of work do you do as parliamentarian of SGA? And also, if you could add other things that you're involved in across campus and off campus as well.
Great. Yeah. Hi, everyone. My name is Maeve Dowd. I use she, her pronouns. I'm a 3rd-year urban and environmental planning major, and then I also have a minor in geographic information systems. On campus, I was an orientation leader in RA, and I'm currently an intern at the Gordon Natural Area, which is down on South Campus. Some of you may have been hiking down there, but especially because the weather is so nice out today. And then off campus, I'm also interning with the borough as working on some planning projects with them. But as parliamentarian, I mainly handle bylaws. So bylaws are the policies, procedures, and rules that organizations follow. SGA has quite a lengthy document that I was just looking at before this meeting. But I kind of work through, manage our own bylaws, and then also consult and help organizations, make bylaw changes if they see fit. And then also with new and forming organizations, they come into bylaw review committee, which I chair, and then we'll help them write their bylaws and kind of get them set up to be as successful on campus as possible, and hopefully become one of our great organizations. So that's kind of everything that I work on within parliamentarian.
Great, Maeve. Thank you. And our secretary, Sabrina Von Ahrens, could actually not be here tonight. So she uses she, her, hers pronouns. She's a fourth-year senior English major, and she has minors in French and linguistics. And our secretary position really within the organization is our main point of contact, our main external point of contact for the organization. So Sabrina is our main communication lines with anyone outside of the organization and also within the organization as well. She is responsible for all of our documentation. So any kind of minutes or agenda items, any kind of reports or any formalities within communicating who is presenting within the organization, within our general meetings, and also organizing other meetings as well that relate to SGA business. So Sabrina is our main facilitator of communication. As secretary, she's also a co-chair of the Council of Committees, which is basically a committee for the committees to kind of meet together and collaborate. And then secretary also is the chair of the elections committee, which actually just finished up last week. So we'll move on to treasurer, Mitchell Garber.
Hi, so my name is Mitchell Garber and I'm the treasurer of student government. I started out as a sustainability senator. I joined my sophomore year and I learned a lot and met a lot of great people. SGA is really good for connections and just getting to know people who are motivated to really help Westchester become a better institution that it is currently. So always looking to progress. And as a sustainability senator, some cool things I got to do is just work with the Office of Sustainability, be involved and see what's going on, what initiatives they're planning. And as an administrative Senate position, I was really heavily focused on working with the head of the Office of Sustainability on pushing initiatives that would help the students on campus and creating events or anything that would help that initiative go forward. As treasurer, I meet with a lot of great people like our advisor, Dr. Hinkle, and Student Services, Inc., which kind of oversees all the financial matters in Westchester, in Westchester's campus, and all organizations, all their budgets and everything like that. So working with them and kind of being the bridge between SSI and the student body is really important role of the treasurer, along with doing the budgets. So as treasurer, I with the as head of the finance committee, we work together to kind of adjust and amend all the budgets for organizations and make sure that they're set for the next academic year. And also auxiliary request funding, making sure organizations who need additional funding can get that funding is something that I work with the finance committee on, and it has been a great experience. And yeah, it's a little bit about me and my position.
Cool. Thanks, Mitchell. And our Vice President, Michaela Carlestis, also could not be here. She uses she, her, hers pronouns. She's a fourth-year senior communication studies major and contemplative studies minor. I know Michaela has held a variety of positions across campus and is continuing to hold those positions now into her senior year of Westchester. As Vice President, though, of SGA, Michaela, essentially, she helps with Lexi McCarthy's office quite a bit. She did the podcast, I believe, right, Lexi? She worked on the podcast.
And just recently, her older sister, who's a grad student, did a podcast with she and Michaela. So it's really the Carlestis support team that supports my office.
Well, that's awesome. You're lucky to have them. We're lucky to have her within SGA as well. She's best. As vice president, typically Michaela's roles include a lot of academic work. She meets with the provost, the academic provost at Westchester University. She is also a co-chair of the Council of Committees, acts as my right-hand man within SGA as vice president. She also, oh my gosh, I'm missing lots of things. Vice president kind of takes on a lot of the community building roles within the organization as well. So as vice president, she plans a lot of trainings and retreats for people within our organization, and also just kind of bonding and community building opportunities as well. That falls a lot under the vice president position. And then we'll move on to Erin Kalazak, our student trustee.
Hello, everyone. My name's Erin Kalazak, and I serve as the student trustee at Westchester University. I use she, her, hers pronouns. I am a third-year junior. and I'm majoring in communication studies, but then have minors in human resource management and business law. And basically, I got involved in SGA my first year at Westchester. I served as the new student and admission senator. And from there, I just fell in love. I got super involved in all of our committees and everything like that. And then actually my first year at Westchester, the student trustee position opened up and I applied for it and I got it. So I've been serving in the student trustee position since my sophomore year, and I hold it until I graduate next year. And basically my position, what I do is I serve as a liaison between the student body and the Council of Trustees at Westchester University. So the Council of Trustees are made up of a lot of different community members who serve on the Council of Trustees for a number of years and make a lot of the decisions regarding our university. And in addition to that, they are kind of a governing body for the president and his administration. So what I do is I attend all the Council of Trustees meetings throughout the semester. I formulate reports with Dr. Davenport, who is the Vice President of Student Affairs. And then I report those out to the Council of Trustees. And then additionally, I serve on the executive board of SGA, just so I'm really getting the whole student voice and the whole student body, all of their thoughts and ideas so that I can report that out to the Council of Trustees. But outside of being the student trustee, I've been a resident assistant. I've been involved in the Public Relations Student Society of America, Westchester University's chapter, and then a lot of just different committees within the Student Government Association. So yeah, that's a little bit about my position, and you will see me next year on the executive board as well in my final year as student trustee.
Thanks, Erin. And hi, everyone. I'm Molly Spill. I'm the president of the Student Government Association. I use she, her, hers pronouns. I'm a fourth year political science major. I've held a variety of different positions within Westchester University. Before becoming president, I served as the Westchester Community Senator within SGA and the Outreach Committee co-chair. And before that, I was the Parking and Public Safety Senator. SGA was actually the first organization that I ever joined when I came to Westchester's campus. In 2018, I transferred here from Pace University in New York City after my first year of school. Came to Westchester and started my sophomore year out and joined SGA. That was the first organization that I joined. And from there, held a variety of different positions, like I said. So I've been a leadership consultant within the Office of Student Leadership and Involvement, our ambassador with off-campus and commuter services. I'm involved in Greek life on campus. I am a sister of Phi Sigma Sigma sorority, and I've held the position of Vice President of Leadership and Education for the Panhellenic Executive Council, which is the governing body for all 10 Panhellenic sororities on campus. I've been an orientation leader in the past with new student programs, with a few other people on this call, actually. And I have worked off campus in the borough for the last 3 years at a bunch of different jobs. I've had a lot of odd jobs throughout my time at Westchester. I'm also a sister of the Abbey Society, where I serve as the historian. So that's a little bit about my external experience. But within SGA, as SGA president, I am essentially the main kind of student representative between the university administration and students, which is a really interesting position that you are able to kind of connect with students within the organization of SGA, but also kind of reaching the 19,000 undergraduate population that we have and bringing any kind of student concerns, any kind of communication that gets facilitated through me to the university administrator, specifically the university president and the vice president of student affairs. On top of that, I am obviously the president of the organization. So I kind of just make sure we are all on target and making sure that we are setting goals and achieving those goals and keeping us on track with the year that we have to kind of create, solutions for our student community and make sure that we are addressing needs and addressing concerns that our students are bringing to us. So that is my main kind of job. And then we're going to go into meeting our senators that are present today. Oh, wait, Dr. Hinkle is not here, but she is our SGA advisor. She's also the assistant vice president for administrative services and special projects within the Division of Student Affairs at Westchester University. But now we will go into meeting our SGA senators. So whoever wants to start, Hannah, Neb, Evan, whoever would like to go, if you could just jump in again, your name, major, pronouns, and how you got involved in SGA, and if you'd also like to add anything else that you're involved in on Westchester's campus.
Sure. I'll go first. My name is Hannah Rothman. I am a sophomore technical junior. I'm graduating next year. I am the Senator Facilities this year. I will be the SGA treasurer next year. I am the treasurer of Beta Alpha Psi right now, which is the accounting society. I'm involved in I'm involved in all 4 accounting society groups here. I don't know. I do a lot of things with music, and a lot of things with the business school. Yeah. Someone go.
Awesome. Thanks, Hannah. Nev or Evan, whoever would like to go next.
I can go next. Hi, everyone. My name is Nevi Elias. I'm a 3rd-year double major in actuarial science and statistics. Currently, I'm the senator for the College of Science and Mathematics. And next year, I'll be serving as the SGA president. On campus, I served as many different roles. I was an orientation leader, brand ambassador, wellness promotion, peer educator, worked as a peer mentor in the DMC, Dowdy Multicultural Center, as well as a few different organizations like Psychs Union Advisory Board, Actuary Society. And yeah, that's me.
Thank you. And Evan.
Hello, I am Evan Brooks. I am currently a junior, and I got involved. So my major is business management. I have 2 minors, economics and civic and professional leadership. I've been involved with student government because it's something I did at my previous college. I am a transfer student, like Molly said. And because of that, I am part of the Transfer Student Association. I'm part of most of the clubs around, some of the clubs on campus, like Astronomy Club or the student newspaper or the yearbook. And I wanted to get involved with student government because I've been involved in the past, and I'm currently the community service center within student government.
Great. Awesome. Well, happy to have you all here. I just want to go into a little bit more on the next slide of the role of an SGA senator, kind of what this looks like within our organization. And also, if anybody would like to add anything to this, just let me know. So typically, each of our senator positions, also, if you guys could just quickly mention what senator position you are as well, just really quickly, just so I know. Okay.
College of Science Mathematics senator.
Senator of Facilities.
Community service senator.
Great. So you can see the variety of the positions that we have within the organization. So all of these individuals meet with their respective departments to kind of communicate SGA related business, but also offering student concerns as well. So they do participate in SGA business meetings by engaging in open discussion, offering reports back from position related meetings. And then they also vote on various new items. So if you stick with us into the SGA meeting later this evening, you'll be able to see the auxiliary requests and the new student organizations voting that happens along with SGA meetings. Senators also actively seek out student concerns to bring discussion back to related offices and departments, as well as SGA. And they collaborate and communicate with SGA executive board members, SGA senators, departments, offices, and other student organizations to create events, initiatives, and projects that reach our student body. So that's typically what the role of an SGA senator is. And like I said, we have 36 senator positions that represent a variety of different areas of campus life. Anything else to add there, guys? Okay, cool. So I'd be happy to go into this next point of discussion, but I do want to just really quickly address if there are any questions from the group about anything that was discussed about the organizations before we go into open discussion. Okay, so just into open discussion then, anybody can answer any of the questions that I posed up here. These are just some that I thought would get the ball rolling. So how did you choose Westchester? How did you get involved in SGA and then also at Westchester University? What was your transition to college life like? What is your biggest takeaway from being involved on campus? How do you manage your academic, co-curricular, and work responsibilities? and what's one piece of advice you could offer to prospective college students? So anybody can tackle any question, totally open.
Here, I'll get us started. So first and foremost, the one piece of advice that I give any prospective college student is college is what you make of it. Get involved. Don't doubt yourself. Don't fear failure. Just go for it, because the 4 years that you're at a university go by so fast. And when you look back and you're going into senior year and you look back and you see all that you've accomplished, it's such a warm feeling. And I can't imagine my first year not just jumping in and getting involved. It can be nerve-wracking, it can be scary, but it was one of the best things that I ever did. And kind of to jump into how I got involved in SGA, I went to the involvement fair that happens the second week of being on campus, and I talked with the people who were at that table and then decided I wanted to run for a senator position, just wanted to go for it. So I attended the first meeting. I got up, I did it. It was so nerve-wracking, and that's actually where I met Molly. We both ran together as senators, and it was very wholesome. But I really just jumped in and did it. And from there, I had so many amazing upperclassmen and administrators who were like such great mentors to me and really kind of guided me along the way. If I ever had any doubts, they helped point me in the next direction, and it was just amazing. So truly, just college is what you make of it. So just jump in, get involved in what you want to get involved with, and really don't feel failure, because that will only hold you back.
If I could go and piggyback off of that, kind of like how did I get involved in SGA and at WCU? I would recommend, like, if you're looking to get involved, just do it, because Westchester is really inclusive and looks for people who want to take the initiative to kind of take roles on campus. Even if I know we have a lot of senator positions, but even if one's not open that you like, you may like another one that you may not even know exists. So always try and look to get involved. And everyone is, especially in SGA, but everyone on Westchester's campus is really just welcoming and friendly and wants you to find like your path on campus, and as well as to benefit the organization that you're in. So never be afraid to get involved, and you'll probably gravitate up as the more that you get involved. You'll learn a lot, and you'll have fun with it. So.
Yeah, and kind of going off of that, there are over, oh my gosh, what are we at now? Like over 300 plus organizations on campus, student-run organizations on campus. So there's tons of stuff to get involved with. You'll definitely find a niche. So like Mitchell said, just don't be afraid to try and get in there and just join. I mean, that was how I got involved at Westchester. I kind of just like signed my name up for a bunch of different things. And I know Evan goes to every meeting that we have on campus. So I'm sure he could touch on that as well. But I mean, I signed my name up for as many things that I was interested in and attended meetings and kind of dropped which ones I wasn't really feeling connected to. And then, some things stick, and that's how it kind of leads you into the next role. And you just kind of follow along as it goes through. So that's a great way to get involved right at the beginning too. Anyone else, feel free to jump in on any question.
Sure. So I guess, how do you manage your academic and co-curricular and work responsibilities? It's really about prioritizing what is most important, and also what is most important to you. Obviously, if you're going for an education, focus on your education. If you need to work, focus on that too. But I highly encourage anybody to get involved. Those that get involved with organizations are proven to do academically better than those that don't. I mentioned as a joke, but when I first came to Westchester, I signed up for 27 organizations, and just like Molly, I narrowed it down, but I narrowed it down to organizations that I wanted to learn from, network from, and find just overall friends and a great community with. And by getting involved and by working with the individuals in each organization, it can really benefit you in the long run.
Yeah, definitely. And I would say, it's not just benefiting you in a sense of like creating that community, but it definitely does that. It definitely gives you an opportunity to make friends and build community and build connections with individuals. But like Evan is saying, it's taking you through the long run as well. So these experiences that you're sharing co-curricularly will help you, career. It's weird to think about career as a prospective college student, but it really does contribute to, your life throughout college experience and then also beyond that as well.
Yeah, kind of shifting gears, going back to what Aaron was asked, what piece of advice I'd say just to be open-minded, because you never know the different opportunities that can come from like the different people that you meet, the different experiences that you have, just remaining like open-minded, as well as just being open to ask questions. I know I always like ask a lot of questions just because I want to know more. And also it sparks my interest in stuff. So just be sure to like ask questions if you're ever unsure. There's always an answer out there. And if the person you're speaking to doesn't have the answer, they'll do their best to like connect you to the resource that you're like looking for. And then the other question, how did you choose WCU? I actually chose WCU because I had like a couple friends that went here. They had a great experience. I also loved the different program options that they had. I was a bit unsure coming into college, like what I really wanted to major in. So yeah, just being open-minded to like what your interests are and like going based off of like what your interests are so that like it'll help you pick a major. I know it's like hard at first to figure out, oh, like I don't know what I want to do in the future, but just follow your gut and just go based off your interests and that'll help lead you in the right direction. But yeah.
Sorry, I'm still muted. Yeah, that's awesome, Neb. Thank you for that. And I'm just curious if anyone could answer the question, what was your transition to college life like? I'd like to hear from a couple people if you'd like to answer.
I'll answer.
Molly.
Oh, go ahead. You first.
Thanks, Hannah. I was going to actually just answer that question because my transition to college was really interesting. I had a really tough first semester at Westchester. And, I think getting involved my second semester here was the best thing I could have done. I was struggling a little bit with, making friends and feeling like I belonged in a certain place. In that second semester when I applied to be an orientation leader and an RA, and met Molly, and she would talk to me about SGA, and I would get really excited to hear about it. That's what really helped me kind of open up to the college experience and everything that Westchester has to offer, because especially within this virtual environment, it's really hard to meet people through classes, especially if you're maybe kind of more focused on learning at that time. Obviously, when I came to Westchester, we didn't have a first year experience class, which is a little bit more social. So when not having those experiences in classes, it can be hard to feel like you're making those connections right off the bat. So a lot of that was done through organization. So definitely getting involved helped me a lot with my transition. And I encourage everyone who's listening here to definitely get involved if possible.
Yeah. Hannah, go ahead.
So when I came here over the summer, I was kind of thrown into everything right away because I came in as an accounting major and had a meeting with Dr. Barr and was immediately put into a special program that wasn't even an official program of Westchester. So I have never had like an official schedule or anything. It was just like experimentation stuff, being the guinea pig student, like having, those issues of like, oh, you accidentally took this wrong class and now you have to take a different one for the right prereq. So that was a bit of a tough experience, but I would say being thrown into like my extra activities allowed me to infiltrate like Westchester easier, I would say, if that's the right word. Allowed me to get used to it easier and allowed me to enjoy more of my time there for the little time that I had in person. Yeah, so I would say even though it was all very sudden. It was all good stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome. And if I could just touch on, from the transfer student perspective, and Evan, if you want to jump in as well, why I chose Westchester University was because of the involvement opportunities that were here. I had come from a private institution where it was kind of like, it felt like, at least from my freshman year perspective, that, you had to pick one thing, and that was your thing through the whole experience. And, being in high school and being involved in many different things, it was weird for me to kind of go from being involved in everything to involved in only one thing and having to pick that right at the beginning of my college experience. So feeling like I was being limited, kind of wanted to seek out other opportunities where I could be expansive in the range of activities that I wanted to be involved in. I knew a lot of people that had gone here and had great experiences. So it was an easier transition from me to go from a private institution to a public institution where the opportunities were just endless. And building that community was effortless, honestly, with the smaller population that was here. And it was just really more manageable on my end to kind of transition to Westchester from a private institution. But Evan, I don't know if you want to touch on that as well.
Yeah, sure. And I kind of came at it from like a different perspective. I came after getting my associates from a community college, and I was going from a smaller institution to a larger institution. And the reason I necessarily chose Westchester is also because of the diversity of not only majors and minors and stuff like that you can pick from, but also organizations and opportunities that you can get involved with both on and off campus around the community, and in order just overall opportunities to help other individuals. So I really chose Westchester because of the diversity and variety and just the overall amount of opportunities that were open.
Awesome. For those of you who are just joining us right now, we are just having a little bit of an open discussion. You can notice that it's being recorded right now for parents and families. Lexi McCarthy's here with us, but we are just kind of answering these open-ended questions. So I know we have some SGA peeps that just joined us, and we also have some peeps that are not SGA people. So feel free to just join in on the conversation. We're going to take this right up until SGA, which starts at 7:15. So if anyone has any questions that they just want to jump in and ask those as well, but if anyone new wants to answer any of the questions that are being posed up here just to offer some fresh perspectives, that's cool with me too. And Michaela and Sabrina, if you could just introduce yourselves as well, since you're here for exec.
Hello, everyone. Hi, I'll go first. My name is Michaela Carlesis. I'm the Vice President for Student Government Association. Happy to be with you all. Sorry I'm joining late. Sabrina and I were just in a previous meeting, but it's great to be with you guys.
Hello, everyone. I am Sabrina. My name is Sabrina Von Ahrens. I am SGA Secretary. I do things like take, minutes, track attendance, send out emails, all the fun stuff. And as you just heard, Michaela and I were on a call for Council of Committees, which we just have conversations with our committee chairs. And it's nice to be in a conversation with you all. I hope you're doing well.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody. So we've got some senators jumping in for our SGA meeting. So as people kind of come in, I'll probably say the same thing. If someone from exec could put just a message in our group chat just to let them know what's going on in here, that would be awesome. But yeah, so anybody who is willing to answer any of the questions that we've got posed up here, please feel free to answer. I may pick on Sabrina and Michaela just to get us started too.
Sure. Okay. So for the how do you manage your academic and co-curricular and work responsibilities, last year I was the Sexuality and Gender Equity Senator, and then I was a hostess for a restaurant in town, and obviously a full-time student as well. And honestly, I live and die by my organizer, which I call my little Bible. Just planning ahead, and this is something that our entire executive board uses as well. We look at things, 2 weeks at a time, and then look at bigger picture events, and just making sure that we have those plotted down for each organization that we're involved with. So, just, penciling or, penning in events like our General Senate meeting, Council of Committees, Council of Organizations, just things that we know that will be occurring way in advance, and then just working 2 weeks at a time. And then basically just, being really organized, having things spread out in a calendar, just, so you're able to visually see it, and just kind of, keep everything right in front of you that you need to get done and work on.
Awesome. Thank you, Sabrina. I really appreciate you guys joining in on the conversation. I'm going to turn it back over to Lexi McCarthy, who is here from Parent and Family Relations.
Thanks, Molly, and thank you all for being here. To our SIBs that are here, thank you. Thank you to our SGA team. You all are amazing and you're doing incredible work, and Westchester is so proud of you and so appreciative for all the time and effort you put into our student government. So thank you for giving us this opportunity for our SIBs that are on the line, and then our SIBs that'll watch this recording later. I do want to give a quick plug. We have programming throughout the week. So tomorrow we'll have a admissions presentation and panel with undergraduate admissions. Thursday, we have a really cool program open to the whole community. It's called Show and Tell College Edition. So there's some of your student leader peers doing some presentations about the identity work they're doing. And then Friday night, we've invited all the SIBs to attend Rams After Hours with us. And it's Mark Toland, who's a mentalist. So thank you so much. I'm going to stop recording. I hope that you have a fabulous meeting. I wish you all a very happy spring break. Take the time to take care of yourselves and be well.